Welcome to the Weather Guru podcast for October 22nd, 2025 on this Wednesday edition. Thank you for joining me here. We're going to be looking at the current weather in the U.S. and then we're going to get straight into the tropics. There's a tropical update here. Right now you can see a cold front and is advancing through on this Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025 through the eastern United States and the southeastern United States, providing a line of showers through Philadelphia, D.C., Baltimore, Virginia, into North Carolina mountains and into Huntsville, Birmingham, Tupelo, and back into New Orleans. This line will advance, and behind it, much cooler air will be coming to the north and drier air in the north and northwest area coming in and provide dry air from the Chicago, Great Lakes, all the way down to Florida. As this cold front advances, it will set off showers here. As you can see, the last 24 hours, most of the showers have been confined to the northern tier and the Great Lakes here. Heavy rain possible in New Hampshire, Vermont. If you're going to Manchester or Burlington or Montpelier, Vermont, or even into Maine and into Boston on the Massachusetts Turnpike back toward the Berkshires. Heavy rain providing 2 to 3 inches of rain. Even though you guys need it, you're in a drought, but just be careful. Could be ponding on the roadways today and tomorrow. Just be careful. Be on the lookout for that as well. Now, hurricane season is in full effect. I just want to show you the dry air and the water vapor here. All this orange and yellow was dry air invading the southeast, invading also in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, all the way back up into the high plains in Nebraska and Kansas and Colorado. You can see the dry air is here. It's sweeping across. That cold front is sweeping across, providing just excellent conditions, albeit cool conditions. Fall is here. Very November-like weather is in place right now. Now, Melissa is here. We have tropical storm, Melissa, okay, and it's going to be threatening Jamaica come next week. It could make a landfall on Jamaica, eastern Jamaica, maybe toward Port Royal, over toward Kingston. You want to pay attention to this in the next couple of days here as it makes this meandering path. Right now, maximum sustained winds are at 50 miles an hour, moving west-northwest at 2 miles an hour. So this very slow meandering here because it doesn't have any steering currents here, folks. The jet stream is supposed to come down later on next week, like Monday or Tuesday, and pick it up. But right now, there isn't that much steering currents to steer it anywhere forward. Now, and the reason why it's not strengthening is because the storm is not vertically stacked. Okay, otherwise the storm is going to will be intensifying heavily because the water temperatures are 90 degrees and above in this area in the Western Caribbean, Central Caribbean here. So we have in pink hurricane watches in effect, for Haiti, all the way back to the coast, back to Dominican Republic border, and then we have tropical storm warnings watches, what could be upgraded to tropical storm warnings or hurricane warnings, probably and Sunday, probably as early as Sunday, as this thing becomes a major hurricane, Cat 3 or possibly Cat 4 hurricane, could be south of Jamaica. So right now the plot has it going south of Jamaica, so Jamaica would be on the north end, still bringing heavy rain and winds, possibly hurricane conditions, depending on how far the hurricane force winds extend out. There could be impacts on Jamaica as early as Sunday or Monday of next week, according to this thing, depending on the speed of the system. Now, you can see also on the visible satellite here, you see all the clouds are displaced. This heavy westerly shear that's pulling the storm, as you can see, pulling all the cloud tops, the cold cloud tops, these 50,000 foot, 6,000 feet cold cloud tops to the east here. But you can see heavy convection. This storm is very well organized. And it's just that on the upper levels, it's just that on the mid levels, we have this wind shear that's supposed to relax probably by Friday. And you're going to see this thing rapidly intensify as we've seen so many storms in the past do. This is our first Caribbean basin storm of the year, Melissa, and it's forecast to be a major hurricane, possibly a category 4 or 5 hurricane by the time we get into Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. And then somewhere between either south of Jamaica, some models have it in between Jamaica and Haiti, coming in between, kind of like reminiscent of Hurricane Matthew. If you remember Hurricane Matthew that came in between Jamaica and Haiti, and it brought just devastating rain to Haiti. It's possible Jamaica's mountainous with the Blue Mountains. It's possible that it can get heavy rain squeezed out due to orographic lifting, as we know. Even if it comes up into Cuba, eastern Cuba, those heavy mountains, yes, it'll tear apart the storm, but when you get heavy rains, 10 to 12 inches in those mountains, it can be devastating for the people living up there in those mountainous communities. So something to keep an eye on for Haiti, Jamaica, Cuba, and possibly even later on down the forecast path, Turks and Caicos in northeastern Bahamas. So just want to give you that forecast update there in the cone once again with Melissa. Melissa is forecast to become a hurricane by Saturday, 2 p.m. Saturday right now. And then once it becomes a hurricane, it's going to be a major hurricane, probably as early as Monday or Tuesday. And it's possible it can get up to category 4 or 5 strength according to a lot of the models. And it's not out of the question with these warm waters and the wind shear relaxing. It's just a matter of how fast or if the storm is going to interact with any of these mountainous islands. It's already avoided, it looks like it's already avoided most of Hispaniola. But still conditions are going to be going downhill there in Haiti and also in probably in eastern Cuba later on in the forecast period, and definitely in Jamaica. Probably by Sunday or Monday they could be talking about major hurricane conditions on top of them. Probably by Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, depending on the track of the storm where the eye goes. So stay tuned for more information on the tropical update. Thank you for joining us, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. God bless.